Hi, my name is Mark Black. In this video, we'll look at how we scale up IBM Spectrum LSF Suite 10.2. So this is part of a series of videos, so if you're interested in other topics, there's lots more videos that you can take and look at. In this one, we'll take an existing LSF Suite cluster and look at how to add in additional nodes. So this is going to be my initial environment. So I'll have a machine that's designated as the LSF master. I'll have one machine also designated as the GUI host. It's also running a database. And I'll have a few LSF servers. I do have an OS repository for picking up any OS requirements. And I have a directory set up for HA. So this is my initial environment. And what I want to do now is add in an additional LSF master. So I have a primary and secondary LSF master. So if I were to lose the first one, well, the second one will take over. Similarly for the GUI, if I lose the first GUI, well, the second GUI will be available. Also, I could perhaps load balance between these. And I'll add in some additional LSF servers. Okay, so I'm going to do a live demo now, and we'll see how we can add in additional LSF masters, additional GUI hosts, and additional servers. I'll show you the configuration, and we'll do some basic verification after it's done. So one thing to note, though, all of the servers that I'm adding in have to meet the prerequisites. So, for example, having the OS repository configured and passwordless SSH set up. Okay, let's switch to the live environment and do that now. Okay, let's take a look at the initial configuration of the cluster so you see what's there. So we'll look at the LSF inventory file first. You can see I've got one LSF master host. I have, well, this will translate into, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 3 servers. I have one GUI host, and of course I have the database host. Let me just log in there and confirm that. Okay, LS hosts. So here's my cluster. I have one machine in the management role, and I have this machine here acting as the GUI. Okay, so that's my initial configuration. So let's go back and edit the LSF inventory file and add in some more hosts. So I'm back to my deployer machine, and we'll edit the LSF inventory file. So what I'd like to do is add in a secondary LSF master. So I have it here already. I'll just uncomment that. And I want to add in a few more LSF servers as well. So that will give me host 86C1, 87C1, and 88C1. And we'll add in a couple of GUI hosts as well. I'll add one. Okay, so that's my updated inventory file. So what I want to do now is deploy that configuration. So I now will have additional LSF masters, additional GUI hosts, and additional servers. So we run the Ansible playbook, give it the inventory file which we've just edited. And away that goes. So I'm going to pause the video here, and we're going to come back in a few minutes when it's done. And then we'll look at the results. Okay, so the installation is finished. Let's check out the cluster and make sure we've got those additional hosts. Oops. Okay, cluster's still running. Okay, we now have 2 machines as LSF master, and you'll notice we have additional LSF server hosts, and I got one more machine to be the GUI host. Okay, so you've seen how easy it is to add in new machines. You've seen how you can add in additional LSF masters and additional LSF servers, as well as additional LSF GUI hosts. And you've seen what that does to the cluster configuration. In the next video, we'll look at how we actually scale down a cluster. So we'll look at how we would take a machine out of a particular role. And there's, of course, more information here available on this website. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that.